Hi guys, how are you doing? This reading, I want to start off this reading even before you pick. I say which one is deck 1 or deck 2. I want to start off this reading with this quote here. And I feel like it will resonate for some of you. If you are insecure, guess what? The rest of the world is too. Do not overestimate the competition and underestimate yourself. You are better than you think. Okay? And I'll repeat it again. If you are insecure, guess what? The rest of the world is too. So do not overestimate other people in the competition and underestimate yourself. Okay? I don't know, even the most accomplished people in the world still have insecurities and still feel insecure. So you know what made them succeed? It's because we all are. It's because they did not let their insecurities get in the way in achieving what it is and following their own beliefs and in doing the things that they like and doing the things that makes them feel fulfilled. Okay? And for me, myself too, myself included, I know there are other I feel insecure too. I know there are other people who are like better readers, better than me, have a different style than me, but do I let that stop me to making these videos? Not really. I still do it, I still practice, and I still, because this is what keeps me like aligned in my path and my purpose, and it keeps me fulfilled. So there are other people who's better than me, but if they're not doing anything about their dreams, if they're not like making videos like this, it does not even matter that they're better than me or not. So yeah, just that thought popped into my head. So that's what I want to say. Now I have here 2 cards. So I always do like, how is this other person doing? Why not switch it up and like, how are you doing? Are you on the right path? Are you okay? Are you happy? Where are you currently at in your life? This is what this reading is about. I have 2 cards here. Card number 1 and card number 2. Okay? So pick which deck you feel more drawn to. And I advise you to just pick one, because this is a more in-depth one. This will be very long if you if you watch all of it. But yeah, I mean, it's up to you. 1 or 2, and I'll get onto the reading. So if you picked this deck, I'll start with this now. Where are you currently at in your life? What is your general mental state? Your general mental state. Because usually you should know where you're currently at in your life, but sometimes we are not very connected with our own self and we get confused, like, what do I want? Where am I currently at in achieving my goals? Sometimes we ask ourselves that, and I feel like this reading will help. So general mental state is the devil for you. So I feel like separation from the source. You maybe feel very disconnected with your own self. as this is what I'm already starting on channeling. And you might feel you're in a dark period in your life right now. And you're probably trying to purge out this, like, you tried, maybe, I feel like you're like in the depths of hell, of what hell feels like to you. And it sometimes it feels like that. And they always say, like, what like this quote, I remember this quote, but I don't remember exactly the wordings, but something about, they say religion is for people who are afraid to go to hell, but spirituality is for people who have experienced hell, and was able to ascend from hell, or something like that, have been from the hell and back. So I feel like this is part of your journey. You might feel like there's no way out of this situation that you're in right now, and you feel disconnected from yourself and from the source. But I feel like you need to face this, your darkness, for you to be able to purge out of these things, emotions, all of these like memories. And I feel like for some of this like fear, you're surrounded by your fear, there's still this like source here, there's still this here, there's still like hope here, but you're currently here and it feels so far, you feel so far from from this, from achieving this. But I feel like whatever it is that this represents, like the fears that you have, and this is like about you facing those fears and really knowing what's real and what's not real, because I feel like most of these things are just an illusion. Okay, so you're getting out of this state of this, and I feel like it's more of internal than external, but it might project like externally in terms of getting yourself out from toxic situations. But I feel like it's more of like toxic behaviors that you keep on choosing on doing. Okay, because if you feel like you have no other choice, but you do have a choice. You do have a choice to move away from this, move away from like people and situations that keep you stuck in this state of separating from yourself, from the source. And I feel like this is about you running away from yourself, running away from your fears. Until when are you gonna run from your fears? I mean, you're gonna get tired. Okay, so this is your current mental state. So it's all what's going on in your head right now. Um, what else? What is your general emotional state? General emotional state. I got two cards here. Releasing stock energy, exactly. Releasing stock energy, purging out of this like dark. I mean, I feel like if you feel 2018 was not your 2019 will be your year. I feel like you will be reborn from this, because you're currently releasing all the shadow parts of yourself. Okay, and that will still continue, I feel like, up until the end of this year, but you will feel the shift of energy from like 2019. And it's not too long until you feel that, like, I feel like this like letting go and this like harmony, releasing yourself from stuck energy, releasing yourself from being alone and feeling abandoned, feeling on your own. Okay. 8 of Wands in reverse. This will not happen very fast, but I'm hearing receiving communication. This is not about you communicating, but you're receiving communication for some of you. And this is something that you've been waiting on. For example, if you've been waiting on for your career to take off, that could be that, or receiving communication from someone. It's something that will change, will be life changing for you. Okay, you might feel lost and alone right now, but you're not alone. That's also what I'm being guided to tell you. So that's emotional state. Seeing 11. Where are you currently at in your soul's journey? I feel like I've talked about that, but let's see. Where are you currently at in your soul's journey? Nine of Wands. Okay. And where are you going towards? From the Nine of Wands to where? So I can see like a progress here. Yeah, definitely. I was talking about progress. There'll be a change, and it's a change that you will implement. This is a self-imposed change. You're the agent of change. This is something that is not like your environment changing, but you are changing for yourself, and you're moving forward with your life. This will happen, okay? From the Nine of Wands, feeling defensive and feeling like you need to put up your walls up to the Chariot. Okay, you moving forward. There will be growth and this moving forward in your life because you've been through from the hell and back. Okay, you've experienced hell. Once you've experienced hell, you will become like fearless. You've got nothing to fear anyway because you've already like faced your fear. So if you're currently doing that, you're currently in the shadow period of your life and you're facing your fears, it's okay. Okay, you will balance yourself out. Okay, this is also about balancing your dark and your light. Okay, so that you can move forward to the light now because you've been to the dark. Okay, Nine of Wands. This can also be like a cause. This dark night of the soul, for some of you, it was triggered by meeting a person that could possibly be like a twin flame. How most people describe it, if you resonate with that. Excuse me. So that's what I'm getting with this. I don't know. Is it just me, or is it my throat chakra? Agent of change. Yeah, I see you moving forward with your life. So, because you're a warrior with the Nine of Wands, you're like, you're indestructible. You're like, this, whatever this is, will make you stronger. Whatever it is you're experiencing right now. This is not just union with another person, but union with your own self. Okay? That's what I'm getting. So that's your soul's journey. Now, what are your current blocks or fears at the moment? Spiritual leader. I feel like for most of you that picked this deck, You're someone who's meant to teach, meant to influence other people, meant to be like some sort of like light for other people in terms of like in your society, in your own community. And you experience hell because so that you will be able to help other people get out of hell, if that makes sense. So taking the hierophant off the pedestal, spiritual leader, like a leader, maybe, yeah, literally a spiritual leader, could be that. Maybe you have a fear of getting yourself out there and being the leader, but you're not meant to be a follower, you're meant to be a leader. So your life won't be fulfilling if you're not able to do this, to accomplish this. But you, at the same time, I mean, what you fear the most is sometimes what makes you really uncomfortable are the things that is related to your purpose. That's what I'm getting. What are you currently doing about this fear? You have a fear of like getting yourself out there in terms of like society, opening up. Maybe for some of you it's I don't know why I'm getting like revealing your true self. For example, if you're doing like spirituality, I don't know, getting out of the closet. I don't know why I'm getting that. Whatever that is. Or like finally revealing like your gender or something like that, and also getting that. What else? How are you coping? What are you doing about these fears, these blocks? Nine of Cups in reverse. Mental detour. You're trying to detach yourself from your body so that you won't be able to feel. But the thing is that you're trying to numb yourself. You're detaching your head from your body so that you won't be able to feel, and you're trying to use your logic and your mind all the time. But the thing is that leaves you empty. You don't feel anything. Sometimes it's better to feel emotions even though it's sad and it's painful than not feeling anything. But I feel like you're trying to numb yourself so you won't be able to feel anything at the moment. But that keeps you from having this wish fulfillment. Because Nine of Cups is real wish fulfillment also. That keeps you away from solitude and being one with yourself. Now, I'll pick some healing cards and surrender cards for you, and like divine guidance. So I'll just get the cards now. First, what you need to heal for the people who picked this card. Okay, just one card, please. Divine consciousness, exactly, because the first card that came up, and fate, both opening up your crown chakra for divine consciousness so that you will receive the messages that you need to receive, your connection to light, your connection to spirit, your connection to source, because there's a separation from source here. This is all about the crown chakra, these two cards, and having faith. Okay, when you're not connected to source, of course you lose faith. So that's what you need to heal at the moment. What do you need to surrender in order to heal that? divine consciousness. Okay, surrender to joy. Surrender, do the things. Because joy is not happiness, it's not as what they always say. It's not a destination, it's a journey. It's being in the now. It's being in the present moment. Before I did this reading, I was thinking about, I'm not looking for happiness anymore, because happiness is like just me being here in the now. I feel happy if I I try to be present in the moment. And this is about what joy is about: doing the things just because it makes you, doing the things that you like, doing the things that you feel drawn to do just because. Okay, no explanation needed. Even though it's something very silly, and it's something that you feel you won't be accepted in. Sometimes it's as simple as, some we might think, like, for example, you feel you're already an adult now, and some things you don't do anymore because you feel like it's childish, but it's really what your soul wants you to do, and it brightens you up, but you don't do it because you feel it's silly. I just feel that actual idea is silly in the first place, when you don't do things because of like age, your own age. And why? It is when you do the things that you love and that excites you. What excites you? Your passion. What you feel passionate about and doing. What excites you? Just ask yourself that. Okay? If you don't know what excites you, sometimes it's hard to ask ourselves what excites you. Ask yourself is um what doesn't excite you. Maybe try to reverse it. What doesn't excite you? What is the kind of life that you don't want to live? What what is the kind of, describe the kind of life that you don't want to live. If you cannot describe the life that you want to live, try to describe the life that you want to live, that you don't want to live in. And the reverse, what's the reverse? What's the term? I can't even think of the term of what I'm trying to explain here. I can't think of the term. Maybe it's not necessary that I say that. What is the absence? The absence of joy is not sadness. The absence of joy is boredom and feeling not fulfilled. That's what I'm trying to say there. Like the reverse of joy. But I know that's not the right word. Anyway, surrender to joy. A key to positive change in your life is to let joy in. Let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling. Sometimes a simple act of smiling, when we smile, it's something, I feel like it's scientific. It's something proven scientifically. When you smile, you instantly lift your mood up. it makes you happy. During both the hard and easy times, keep surrendering to more joy. And surrender the idea that you can fix someone. So for some of you, you might be too fixed on another person and trying to heal that person instead of focusing all the energy to yourself. And I'm guilty of this too, especially if it's my friend. I've gotten better with not being accountable of other people, of other people's healing. But when it's my friend, I still a bit try to like control or fix or heal my friend or someone that I'm related to. But so, maybe you have that, maybe you're a healer too, and you kind of feel like you need to help this person, but sometimes we just need to let them be. As I say here, it's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. It lifts that, when you're accountable, it lifts that when you're not accountable for another person, it lifts that heavy weight or baggage, that tension in your back. If that makes sense, it helps you release that baggage. It frees you. It's freeing to not be accountable of another person. Like for example, for me, I say this, I do this reading, but it still depends on the action that you will do, that you will take in your life. Okay? So what my duty here and my job here is to just tell you the guidance that you need to hear, but it's up to you for you to be able to change your life around and implement the guidance that I've told you, if that makes sense. So yeah, what else do we have here? The final guidance for you, and I will pick one of this card also. Two more cards, one from this angel cards, and then angel of abundance card. Guidance for you. Focus on service. Focus on serving your purpose. Focus on being of service. Unlimited ideas. Okay, you're getting a lot of unlimited ideas. Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have a complete access to unlimited ideas guaranteed to bring blessings. To receive blessings, be a blessing to others. That's what I'm getting here. All you need to do is to take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. Divinely guidance action, divine guidance. That's why you need to open up your crown chakra and your connection to source. But to be able to do this, you must face the dark first, for you to be able to open up to the light. But focus also on service. There's a lot of unlimited ideas available for you. But obviously, having the ideas is not enough. Taking action is what will make a difference. Focus on service. Your soul desires only to joyfully serve. Again, another related to joy, surrendering to joy. So that's the clue here. Focus on service. so that you'll be able to surrender to joy. And to